Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. One of them boys still blowing in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get cake and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of fakes, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get.
All right, bro, we back. FOOTBALLVILLE, Caneville. I'm D. I'm by myself today. A few things. First, we got a Caneville king we're gonna try to crown. We was gonna roll this out during the live show. But we came up with another plan to maybe implement it while everything's recruiting going on. While everything's down everything's a little quiet. Caneville king, and this is the plan. We're gonna get two guys, two girls, guys, whatever, Cane fans. Put them in here. We got buzzers, and we're gonna present a question to them. Who's the leading receiver in 2012? Who's the leading rusher in 2008? And whoever get the questions right the most, in the end, then the winner. We're gonna do that till we eventually come up with a king, and then he'll be able to put his title versus other people's titles. So if you know somebody, forward this video to him. You know somebody that's just a computer, just knows everything about the Canes, can't forget nothing, done saw everything. Forward the video to him, tell him to get in touch with us, 786-405-9499, send us a text. Or, like I know, like my guy T. T is the most knowledgeable Cane fan I think I know. You know what I'm saying? T is a computer. He just starts talking about stuff you never think about.
Watching them through the years, when they wouldn't have a legit position for Tyreek McCord, like he's clearly a DN, a 4-3 defensive end that should be starting for his last 2 years.
Right.
But they didn't let him do it to keep him in the program so they can better their salary, so they can win. Tracy Howard, how do you have 4 picks, make honorable mention all ACC as a sophomore?
Okay, so listen, T, wait up, slow down. Explain what, because I know what you're saying. But
What I'm saying is this. The coaches, the $1 million coaches on the staff, they wanted job security. They wanted to keep those players in the school so that they could keep winning 8, 9, 10 games, so they could keep their longevity, so they can keep getting paid. They didn't care about winning at the highest cost. They were trying to sabotage them boys to make them stay, find a reason if they sophomore, junior year, to find a reason to bench them, make them stay for their senior year, so they can get more productive out of them, so they can keep their jobs. It was clear as day.
Everybody knows a guy like that. It's just super memory. Send a video to him, reach out to him, hit us up in the DM, give us an email, tell us something, get in touch with us, tell us how we can get in touch with him, and we're gonna try to name this Caneville king. Next thing. Today we're gonna talk about, we're gonna hit on a few NIL pointers. So it'll be a few things about NIL. We're gonna talk about that. I got a couple things about NIL. We're gonna get into that. But for everybody who wasn't on the live yesterday, I give a quick T2 update. T2 was arrested Sunday night. It said domestic. It said $1,500 bond. Usually when you get arrested, you got to stay until you see a judge, which is the next business day. Got a call from T2 camp, family, whatever. Frustrated. The stories come out, and I was like, hey, calm down. It's not really a story. They didn't have any facts. They didn't say anything. But they had the facts, but all they had was the facts. They didn't have anything to support why or who or where. And it's the fans that create the narrative from that point forward. So you can't really listen to the noise. But I was told that it was sibling rivalry. Like it was him and his sister. Like, so it wasn't what we thought. Not saying that make the domestic battery better, because we don't know the details of what happened. But it was coming from a family member, and basically he was saying it's not what people thought. It was his sister, sibling rivalry. Got a little heated. UCF he actually reached out to UCF, told them the same exact thing. Said T2 had to go sit down with them and talk to UCF. But yeah, that was the update. Because I know the assumption was, a lot of people assumed the same thing. I mean, he had some issues back at Northwestern that we heard, which may or may not be true, about domestic stuff, and then So people thought the same. People thought the same things along the same lines, but no, heard this was a sibling rivalry. How did it get out of hand that far? Like, I don't know, but I've seen domestic cases where the police was called by somebody on the outside. Maybe you're fussing, it's going on too long. Maybe they think it's a lot worse than it is. Neighbors call the police. So yeah, that's my update. That's my update on that. The NIL. We just happen to have a guy who's he's the biggest name in our NIL. He's the head out in front. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to NIL and the University of Miami, and it's John Ruiz. I got a few things about the NIL I'm going to try to clear up, talk about, for my best ability, give you what I know. We was involved with NIL deal, dealing with Edge and Chase. But I hear a lot of people talking about the NIL, and they talk about it from a standpoint of like, what if the players don't perform? What if the players don't perform? It got to be some incentive based. I know this is not the pros. This is not the pros. So here's a few things about the NIL for the viewers, the fans, the kids. I got a couple things about the NIL that I want to put out here. First thing, name, image, and likeness. Why did they name it that? I have no clue. It is what they gave back, but all they were saying was, go find some money. Go find some money. Somebody want to sponsor you. A company want to put money behind you. You and your brand, you're allowed to do it now. Now let's keep that in mind. If a company wants to put money behind you and your brand, you're allowed to do it now. When those kids show up with those Life Wallet jerseys and stuff on, they don't have on Hurricane jerseys. They got on Life Wallet jerseys. They gave you back your rights to make money as a person and separated the school from the person. So basically a company can say, hey, I want to put money behind XYZ because I see he has influence. You can't even do a commercial in the team's uniform. Logo, color, shirt, nothing. Now what I've seen lately is kids doing TikToks and things in their team's uniforms. That's kind of I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I've seen it. I've seen it, kids doing TikToks in their team's shirts with the logo on it. Maybe they're saying if it's not directly promoting a business, you can wear what you want to wear on your own TikTok, which gives your TikTok some credit because if you're one of the 60 people, 50 people on the University of Miami team, or I saw a kid from Florida Gators in full uniform talking about he the only freshman with a single digit number the other day. He had a helmet on and all, full Florida Gator uniform. So that's the first thing. So NIL is a business investing in you and the influence that you have. Think about that for a minute. It has nothing to do with what you do on the field. Not directly. If they sign you for 2 years, whatever it says in that contract, you can go out there and bomb. If it don't, it's not incentive based. It has anything to do with what you do on the field. You can keep your influence off the field. And it's tricky because I call myself a social media expert or whatever. I don't know. I've been doing it for a while. Because you could be failing on the field or not moving as fast as you want to or not excelling as fast as you want to and still have a presence on social media. Yes, if you understand social media and how it works, you can be excelling you can be not even getting the game yet, but doing great on social media, which will kind of pull your NIL value along with you. Now, does it usually happen like that? Not often, unless the kid figures it out in high school or something of that nature. And it's just the ball is already rolling. He's already good at TikTok. Like the wide receiver that went to Texas A&M, that 4 goals 12. I think he had like 2 million TikTok followers. Yeah, and not unless it's that. But let's be clear. It's you, the person, and your leverage and your influence marrying with a business to get you money. Now, this is where it gets confusing to people. A lot of times, the businesses that wants to give money, in the instances we've seen in the beginning, the early stages of NIL, they're businesses ran by people that has the school in favor. Let's take John Ruiz for example. Him and his family go to the University of Miami. So he talks like a passionate fan. Doesn't take away from the fact that he has a business that he could run the NIL through. That business is his own thing. It's called Life Wallet. We've seen it. But he is a fan. So it gets confusing to people because it's like, oh, he's influencing people to come to Miami, or he has a business. His personal life, he's a fan. He has a business. NIL is for businesses to market through kids. It's a simple breakdown. It's a simple breakdown. If the kid goes out there, tears his ACL or something, then, I mean, the business has to take that into consideration. What could he do from there? Maybe they get creative. Second thing with the NIL. This thing happens so fast. It happens so fast. 500 for every kid here, 2,000 for every kid here. Stipends doubling, tripling. It happens so fast that the managing of money, or anybody looking around saying, hey, anybody like you, what would you do with $5,000 a month? Do you know what you would do? It wasn't time to even implement that. So I'll talk about this and some simple things for kids. Take heed, listen to, write down. Maybe it can help you. Just studying, investing, leaving my job, understanding different investment vehicles. Started with Forex, then started trading stocks, then learned to trade options, then got into NFTs, COTPS, all these things out here where your money can go up or down. What I learned was, if you're investing your money, then you're not spending it. So I'm gonna say that to this. I'm gonna make this real simple. Money, I've discovered, is a tool and not necessarily something to buy things to make you feel good. Look at it as a seed to plant in the ground and to grow a tree. Then you eat off the tree. That is the best example I can give you. But if you keep taking the seed and putting it on the plate and chopping it up and putting salt on it and eating it, you'll never have a tree. I'll say this again. Money is a tool, not necessarily to spend, but to utilize, to grow, for you to eventually be able to pinch off of it as it grows and live. A lot of times, I totally understand. This was me. Get money in your hand, the first thing you want to do is make somebody happy. Oh, I'm going to buy my mama this, I'm going to buy my cousin this, I'm going to buy my girlfriend this. You want to make her smile, get her the things you couldn't get her. First thought is to spend it. A lot of times it comes in your hand, you spent it before you even got it. If this doesn't apply to you, you grew up in money just sits in your bank account, then this doesn't apply to you. A lot of times when we get money, first thing we want to do is buy all the things that we couldn't get, our parents couldn't get for us when we were kids, that we see the rappers with, we see the people on Instagram with. We want to go get, the first thing we want to do is go buy some of those things, and then be like, hey man, I have a couple thousand left, maybe I could pay my bills out of that. If your first thought is to spend money, every time you get money, you'll never have money. If your first thought is to spend money when you get money, then you'll never have money. I don't care how much it is. I don't care how much. It could be $500,000 or $5,000. If your first thought is to spend it and it begins with you spending, that's the beginning of you losing it. That's the beginning of it evaporating. Try your best to look at it as a tool to grow. Then eventually you can pinch and take care of yourself. It could become a vicious cycle for years and years and years of you saying, oh, I get another check next month. Oh, I get another one next week. Oh, I get another one. It becomes years and years of you doing that if you don't learn how to deal with it now.
My name is Chase Smith. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet.
Number 3, high school kids. Whether what state you're from, whether you're from Florida, Texas, Georgia, the rules may be different when it comes to getting paid to play or getting paid before you commit to a school. The NIL has changed college football. I don't know if their plan is to come and put a cap on it. I'm not sure how they'll do that. But it has changed. It has changed football, and it has changed the way players will hop around and transfer around and move around. And for the high school kid, it has created opportunity. And I'm going to be very honest with you. It has created opportunity for the really, really good kids. The ones that already had opportunity. For the really, really good ones. It has added money to the equation. Everybody's not going to get NIL offers out of high school. It's not going to happen. But what you can do to help increase the probability of it happening, grow your social media presence. Grow your brand. Do something outside of football that gives you an identity. These are things we should have been doing instead of just focusing on one lane football. Oh, I'm an introvert, I'm not good on social media, I don't like talking to people, man. Figure it out. There's a guy that runs social media, creator of the year, the African-looking guy who makes the TikTok. He doesn't even talk. He don't even say a word. He show you one thing, then he show you another way to do the one thing, and it's the funniest thing in the world. Find your lane. Find your lane. If this is what you're trying to do, if you want to take advantage of NIL, find your lane. A lot of times if you're a really, really good high school kid, you have a lot of leverage within your school. People want to follow you. They want to do the things you do. Create you a team. Get you a group of guys, man. That one guy that loves videotaping the game, put him on the team. That girl that loves being around, put her on the team. Create you a little social media team. One guy takes videos, posts videos for you. Somebody else tweet for you. Start looking at it like you need a squad around you. Maybe those same people turn into the people that you could trust later on. But that's one way you can enhance chances of you taking part in NIL, which will open up chances of you taking part in the opportunities that social media offers. It's no secret that YouTube pays. Just most people don't know how they pay, when they pay, what you have to do to get paid. But I'm here to tell you this. I think in the end, I think before it's over with, they all will pay. Instagram is pays now. They rolled out something where they pay and they're trying out different. They may offer you $400 a month. Then they may offer you $800 a month. Then they may offer you $8,000, and it goes all the way up to like $30,000, $32,000 a month. I'm sure TikTok is next if they haven't jumped on it already. They all will compete for your talent. They all will compete for your community that you create. Listen, man, I'm D. IOD Squad, man, invest or die. 786-459-9499. Send us a text. And go check out them NFTs. We got some stuff coming with NFTs. We sat down with some of the biggest NFT names in Miami. And we got some stuff in the workings. Y'all stay on the lookout, man. D Street, we out here.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's